Once upon a time, there was a brave warrior elf named Sylvius. He, like most heroes in most stories, had a partner, whom he called E. In order to survive, Sylvius and E would steal small items from merchants that they would never miss, and resell them in order to buy food or shelter for the night. It was a hard life, but they had each other. E was young, but there was a method to her trade, and this was all she had known. There was a routine to what they did. E would walk up to a merchant stall on a busy day and start asking questions. She would pretend to be lost from her mother and scared. While the merchant was preoccupied, Sylvius would snatch a gold coin or a small watch or something of equal value. Of course, to keep up appearances, they led an otherwise normal life. E ran around with other little elf girls and loved to play with all her friends. What they did may not have been right, but it was stable and didn't really hurt anyone. Until one day, when Sylvius needed more, and he needed E's help. They heard of a dragon in the forest who had a huge chest of gold coins. Sylvius knew a way to distract the dragon. He was going to send E in first with a bag of shiny emeralds, for glitter and sparkles are known to distract dragons. E was to lead the dragon away from the cave, leaving Sylvius to take the gold coins. Once Sylvius had the gold coins, he would come back for E, and they would live happily ever after. Only, once they got to the cave, the dragon wasn't distracted by the emeralds. Sylvius unknowingly went in, and the dragon, protecting his treasure, attacked Sylvius. In a quick act, Sylvius took his knife and threw it, slitting the dragon's throat. The townspeople weren't happy with this. The dragon in the cave had been peacefully living there for hundreds of years, and the townspeople had grown to love the mystic beast. Sylvius was locked away in the town prison for his crime, never to be seen again. Anyway, Eva, yeah, that's the story Lily Ann used to tell me when I was bugging her too much and wouldn't go to sleep.
Wow, Rosie, dark. I thought you two got along.
We did, for the most part, but I was an annoying kid, and we were sisters.
So what happened to E?
What?
In the story, Sylvius goes to prison, but what happens to E?
Actually, I don't know. I assume she lived happily ever after? It was just a bedtime story. I think one of Lily Ann's friends told it to her, like a neighbor or something.
I feel bad I never got to know her more.
Yeah, me too.
Rosie and Eva had been getting closer as the days passed. The other girls in Eva's year had been staying away from her, which she was fine with as Eva had never been close to her classmates. She had always focused on her schoolwork and her future, but it was nice to finally have someone she could talk to. As the girls talked in their dorm common space, Lucy, Venus, and Beth were eating a late dinner in the empty dining room. Venus was now completely convinced Eva had killed Lily Ann and had been coming up with reason after reason she was right since they had met Detective Dawson and Mr. McGee. She was about to share more information she had learned just as Cordelia walked through the dining hall.
Okay, guys, I have another reason it was Eva. Hey, Cordelia.
Oh, hey guys. What's up?
Venus was just telling us reason number 608 why Eva is guilty.
If there's that many reasons, don't you think I'm right?
Whatever. What is it this time?
Okay, so, not only did Eva just need that program spot, and she never hangs out with anyone but herself. Total murder Lillian and don't say anything about it move. It also turns out she can't even say where she was that night. Apparently she was just hanging out.
I mean, isn't that kind of what we all do most nights? When we're not breaking curfew and going to parties that end in murder, of course.
Jeez, the party didn't kill her.
I'm just saying. Wait, how did you even find that out, Venus?
I, may have bribed Mr. McGee a little. Honestly, it wasn't hard.
Wow, so I guess we're all corrupt. And anyway, academic competition still isn't enough reason to literally murder? Come on, guys. Back me up here. Beth?
I mean, not being able to say where you were is kinda suspicious.
I agree.
Right. I forgot that you were the one who thought of this whole Eva thing in the first place.
Fine. I bet I can dig something up about Eva that has nothing to do with the summer program. That girl spends too much time alone, and she's too perfect to not be hiding something. Then will you believe me?
Sounds like you're just jealous she's smart. But sure, if you find evidence that she's a murderer, I'll believe that she's a murderer. Until then, I just don't see it.
Fine, and I can do this, honestly. I can find dirt on everyone at this table if I tried hard enough. And we need to figure something out before Dawson and McGee come back. I might as well be the one to do it.
Do you want me to come with you? Oh. Are we just gonna leave her like that? I feel like we shouldn't be out alone right now.
Nah, you know how Venus is when she's like this. She'd just make you leave her alone anyway. Venus will be fine.
Okay.
Frustrated by Cordelia's doubt, Venus heads to the library, hoping to find something to incriminate Eva.
I'm right. Right? It has to be her. Yeah, no. It has to be her.
Arriving at the library, Venus approached the librarian's desk. Student records, including family records, student applications, and student history, were all kept in the librarian's office. Students didn't have access to student records, but because no one cared enough about the boring boxes of files to risk getting in trouble, they were rarely locked up in any form. Although the library was open to students until curfew, Ollingford's library was only staffed until dinner, so Venus was able to slip right into the office and look through the files without being noticed.
Here we go. B. Brown, comma, Eva. I can find something. There's gotta be some reason Eva was out to get Lillian. Oh, maybe something happened their few first years? I don't remember any fights or anything.
Venus looked through Eva's file, and then Lillian's file, but was unable to find anything. As time goes by, Venus loses the need to find incriminating evidence and gets distracted by other students' folders, shocked by some of the information she never would have known about the girl she went to school with and lived with.
Pepper failed first year chemistry? Yikes, Marissa's sister's a mess. Wait a sec. Wait, what? They knew each other. How? Whoa, jail? Oh my gosh. Damn. No. Wait, does this mean that... No, that can't be right. No, I can make this make sense. Maybe I should talk to... Yeah, there's gotta be an explanation. This isn't right.
Venus leaves the library, quickly stuffing note cards in her pockets, struggling to put everything back where she found it. Back in the dining room, Cordelia, Beth, and Lucy were heading off to evening commitments. Lucy and Beth headed to their nightly study group, while Cordelia left for the dorms.
I'm gonna head back. I'll see you guys later.
Be careful.
Yeah, I know. I'll be fine. I promise.
Cordelia walked through the peaceful, empty halls into the common area of the dorms. Ever since the incident Halloween night, girls spent more time in the dorm buildings than anywhere else. Even though it was only dusk, the majority of the Ollingford girls were in the student common area, working on assignments or spending time with classmates. Cordelia noticed Rosie and Eva in the corner by the fireplace, giggling and talking.
Rosie, how's it going?
Hey, Cordelia. I'm okay. I've just been hanging with Eva.
Oh, fun. Hey, Eva, what have you guys been doing?
Just talking. Rosie has been telling me stories about her sister.
Oh, did she tell you the one about the fairy towns?
No, what fairy towns?
I don't think I know this one.
Well, one day in our first year...
And just as Cordelia was about to start her story, Professor Willow came running into the common room.
Girls! Good. Is everyone here?
The professor looked over all the girls in the common area, silently doing a head count.
No, Professor. I think a few girls are still out, but we don't need to be back for some time.
A couple girls were in the courtyards, some in study groups, and some on the sports fields. but we sent them back to the dorms. The important thing is that everyone stays in the dorm buildings. Another body has been found at Ollingford.
Wait! Venus was in the library. Someone has to go tell her.
I'm sorry, Cordelia. Venus is dead.
Episode 3 of Ollingford Academy was written by Carmen Villarreal and Lander Vandaway. The roles in order of appearance are Rosie, played by Natalie Warren, Eva, played by Gabby Robbins, narrator, played by Veronica Bennell, Venus, played by Rhea Afrin, Cordelia, played by Mylin Wong, Lucy, played by Anaya Thomas, Beth, played by Chelsea Nguyen, and Professor Willow, played by Cecilia Carroll. Ollingford Academy is edited by Diana Vasquez Gonzalez and Angela Rojo.